job in our warm-up understanding, okay, since the absolute value means distance from 0, if our unknown value is inside the absolute value, we know it can be two different numbers. In this case, the absolute value of x equals 3. X could equal
-3
or positive 3. We could be 3 or negative 3. Okay? Because 3 and negative 3 are the same distance from 0. Okay? We did a good job with that. Okay? Inside the absolute value, whatever the number is, the absolute value makes it positive. So whether it's a positive 3 or a negative 3, that absolute value changes it to a 3. Okay? So if we have the absolute value of x equals 2, we have two answers. X equals 2 and negative 2 because they're the same distance from 0. Yeah. Now those of you who are working ahead are going to be mad at me here. So I'm going to be a little crazy. Well, am I going to be a little crazy? Hold on. Make sure I don't already have an example. Okay, what if, this is why you're going to be mad at me. What if this was a negative 7? Can the absolute value of x equal negative 7?
No.
Okay, yep, if there was a negative over here, that'd be cool. But if that's a negative 7, we can't have an absolute value equal a negative number, so there'd be no solution.
Oh, do you want us to do that?
I do. Okay, so now let's go inside. Okay. Inside of our booklet, here is where in your introduction warm-up, whatever you want to call it, you guys are kind of guessing and checking numbers. Okay? Well, let's think about what we did up here. If the absolute value of x equals 3, then we know the number inside could be 3 or the number inside could be negative 3. Okay? So here, if the absolute value of x minus 1 equals 2, then we know whatever is inside could equal 2 or could equal negative 2. So what we're going to do, we're going to write, okay, x minus 1 could equal 2 or x minus 1 could equal negative 2. See how that works? So now, Vivi, here comes your, like, add the number, but it's going to be negative. Okay, we've made a negative. We have one positive, one negative. Now, we have two equations to solve, right? What are we going to do here?
We're going to add 1.
Okay. So here we get x equals 3. Okay. Still going to add 1, but what do we get?
We're going to get a negative 1.
Okay. So it's okay that our answers are not opposite of each other because we used our opposite fact right here. Okay. What's going to be true, though, is these will be not the same distance from 0, but they're going to be double that number apart on the number line. Okay, that's what we're going to see. Okay. Now, something we have to do is we have to make sure that our answers plug back in and make sense. Okay? So, if we're going to check, is the absolute value of 3 minus 1 equal to 2? The absolute value of 2 equals 2. That's good. Okay? Over here, the absolute value of negative 1 minus 1. Well, the negative 1 minus 1 is negative 2. Is the absolute value of negative 2 2? Okay? We need to check. Because eventually, I'll show you why. Okay? All right. I'm going to give you a couple moments. Don't worry about the number line yet. But what I want you to do is I want you to break this up into 2 equations and solve for your 2 answers. It's totally fine if you work with your elbow partner or you stay quiet.
So one side negative, positive, and one side negative.
Okay. Eva, what equation did you write in this box?
X plus 3 equals 2.
Okay. Aubrey, what equation did you write in this box? Equals what?
X plus 3 equals negative 10.
Okay. So if we subtract 3 from both sides, over here we get
Negative 7.
x equals 7. And over here we get
Negative 13.
negative 13. What?
Why does the 2 and the 12 over here below?
Oh, because I made an edit. Okay. Now, oh, we need to check our answers, don't we? When we check, when we plug in 7, does it check out?
Yes.
Okay. What about when we plug in negative 13? Negative absolute value of 10, does that equal 10?
Yeah.
All right, good. Now, Joey noticed something weird about the handwriting in our next problem. It's because I wanted to make sure we talked about this, okay? What is the difference, raise your hand, between this problem in yellow and this problem in pink? Okay, M.
There's an operation outside of the absolute value sign.
There is an operation outside of the absolute value signs. So, yes or no? Can we split this into two equations right now? No. We need the absolute value to be by itself before we can split into the two, because the absolute value tells us distance from 0, but this -1 is throwing us off. So what we have to do first is write this as the absolute value of x minus 12 equals 15. Now, the absolute value is by itself, and now we can split this into two different equations. Okay, so now we can say x minus 12 equals 15, and x minus 12 equals negative 15. What am I doing this one? All right, so we get two answers. Okay, our first answer is 27. And our second answer is negative 3, right?
But they're more than double 14 away. Right?
Hold on. They're double 15 away,
Oh, yeah.
right? This number right here. Okay, now when we check, we need to go back to the original equation. Okay, so the absolute value of x plus 27, no, jeepers creepers, Miss Holman. Rewind. The absolute value of 27 minus 12 minus 1 equals 14. We need to make sure that that works. What's 27 minus 12? Okay, so the absolute value of 15 minus 1, does that equal 14? Okay. Negative 3 minus 12 and the absolute value minus 1 equals 14. Okay, that should work. Okay, and next. Did you say no?
Negative 15 minus 1, that's not awesome. That's
But it's in the absolute value, my dear. So this is 15 minus 1. So it does work. That's okay. That's okay. All right. Let's take it up a notch here. Actually, you know what? How about you do this one? Don't graph it. I'll give you 2 minutes, see what you can do on this problem. You had to put your lines pretty close together, didn't you? Still works. Did you split into two equations right away?
No.
No? Okay. Camden, what'd you do first?
You added 5 plus 3.
5 plus 3? Okay, Camden. We want this 3 to be on the other side, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So how do we get it to the other side, Camden? We have to subtract 3. Okay? He's probably not the only one who made that little mistake. Okay? So we have the absolute value of x minus 2 equals 2. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, make sure we're undoing the operation to get it to the other side, okay? So now, did you write x minus 2 equals 2 and x minus 2 equals negative 2? Ooh, I like this one. This one was nice, wasn't it? Derek, no? What'd you do for your answers? X equals 4, x equals 0. Okay. Well, let's check. Let's come back up here. The absolute value of 4 minus 2 plus 3, does that equal 5? Let's see. 4 minus 2 is 2. So the absolute value of 2 plus 3, is that going to equal 5? You betcha. But if we plug in 0, does the absolute value of negative 2 plus 3 equal 5? Okay, it does. Whew. Okay, very quickly. We're going to do this problem right here. What's the first thing we need to do?
Subtract 3.
We need to minus 3. So we have the absolute value of 2x minus 1 equals negative 1. Wait. Is that what I meant to do?
Also, it has no solution. Unless you made a mistake.
I did not make a mistake. Can that happen? No, we can't have an absolute value of anything equal a negative number. Okay? So, let's not even keep going. Nope. No solution because we can't have a negative number. This is a problem. Oh, well, that was quick, wasn't it? There is not more. Now, your homework today is a book assignment. So I'll post that in Google Classroom before the end of the day. Okay?